Hi, I'm Bridget Pasquinzo with Team Paz at Excel Financial Group here in Fort Collins, Colorado. And today we're going to go over the out-of-pocket costs associated with purchasing or refinancing your home. The first thing you want to be prepared for when purchasing a home only is your earnest money. Now this is anywhere between 1% to 2% of your purchase price and is usually given to your title or escrow company or maybe one of the real estate agents. Somebody holds on to this for you during the transaction. This earnest money gets applied towards your closing costs. So it's not just money you're giving away, it is going towards what you owe at the end of the purchase. It's really just a show of good faith and goodwill to the seller. It lets them know that once you've signed the contract and you're moving forward, you really do intend to purchase their property, so you're willing to put down some of your own money up front and have it withdrawn from your account to make sure that you really are serious about moving forward with their property. If you do not have this money available in a bank account with your name on it, let's say you have a family member or an employer or a friend, somebody's going to gift you these funds. You want to make sure you're talking to your loan officer up front right away, because there will be additional documentation that they will need both from you and from the party who's gifting you the funds. So you want to be talking with your loan officer right away about where this money is coming from. The second thing you want to be prepared to pay for during the process is your inspection. Now, this is something that only happens on a purchase. If you've been living in your home and you're refinancing it, you're probably pretty aware about the condition of your building, so you don't need to purchase or pay for an inspection. But during a purchase, if you're buying the house for the first time, we do always suggest that you have an inspection done. In Colorado, anywhere between $300 to $500 is what we're seeing right now. Things that you could add on to your inspection that might increase your cost, for example, might be a radon test or a mold test, or maybe an additional sewer scope where they go really in depth and make sure they're looking at the plumbing and making sure that your plumbing is in good condition. But your inspector will come out and they're really looking for the structural integrity of the building, if you will, making sure that your roof is intact and not leaking, that your foundation is in good condition, again, that some of your plumbing is working and you don't just have leaky pipes under a sink somewhere. That's what they're looking for, is the condition of the building and making sure they alert you to any problems. Now, they don't do any of the repairs themselves, so you will want to hire somebody if they find something. But if they do find something, let's say, for example, that there are leaky pipes or the furnace needs to be replaced or anything like that, you might want to go back and negotiate with your seller on some items if things come up. So it's always good to do when you're purchasing a new property. The third thing you want to be prepared to pay for out of pocket is your appraisal. Now this applies whether you're purchasing or refinancing. An appraiser is going to come out and he's going to take pictures of your house and look at your house, and what he's looking for is value. So whereas the inspector was really looking for the condition of your home, the appraiser is looking for the value. He'll take into consideration other properties in your neighborhood that have sold recently. He'll take into consideration square footage, numbers of bedrooms, bathrooms, lot size, all those things, and he'll give you a value to your home. In Colorado right now, I would say anywhere between $525 and maybe $750. Just kind of depends. Some things that might increase your cost for this would be if you live on a lot of acreage, or maybe you have more than just a house, maybe you have outbuildings on your property. That would also increase the cost. Maybe you live in a rural area, you live up the canyon and access is hard to get to. All of those things might increase or affect the cost of your appraisal. Now, here at Team Paz at Excel Financial Group, we do not ask that you pay for your credit report or your verification of employment upfront. Those are all things that we can roll into your costs, your closing costs. They're part of your loan fees. So we will never ask you to pay for those out of pocket during the process. However, if you are just tuning in because you're purchasing a house, and let's say you're in a different state or you're using a different lender, be aware that those may be two additional items that your lender might ask you to pay for out of pocket. I would suggest being prepared for anywhere between $30 to $50 a piece for your credit report, and then again for your verification of employment. But those costs will vary depending on what service provider your lender uses for those items, or maybe what your employer charges for the verification form to be filled out. Those are variable. But like I said, with Team Paz at Excel Financial Group, we will not ask you to pay for your credit report or your employment verification form out of pocket upfront. So with us, you just want to be prepared for those 3 items: the earnest money, the inspection, and the appraisal. Thank you so much for your time. Again, I'm Bridget with Team Paz at Excel Financial Group.